Hi everybody, it's your girl Belinda back up in my kitchen ready to chef it up for you guys. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Labor Day weekend. I know me and my kids are. We did our own thing for the whole Labor Day weekend. Watched lots of movies, just catching up and getting ready for their school coming up as well. So today I am making, if you watched my last video, I'm making that salmon fish, that I mentioned, and it's a sockeye Alaska salmon fish. Super yummy. So I know everybody was like grilling yesterday because of, everybody has to get back to work the next day after Labor Day. So, and some people are getting it in today on my blog as well. So we're keeping it inside because, I want to be able to cook this fish as I promised, okay? So basically the ingredients I have going on today is the Alaska sockeye salmon fish that I'm doing. I'm keeping it very simple because this dish is one of those dishes you don't need to add too much, okay? You just want to add a pinch here, a pinch there, and it'll come out beautifully, deliciously flavorful with those ingredients. So I want to go ahead and show you my salmon. Look how pretty. I had it soaking in a little bit of salt, and it's just really ready to go and start throwing in that saute. And I'm going to saute this fish today. That's how I'm going to be cooking this fish. Okay, I also had made, if you've seen my little short videos I made the other day, I posted the day before yesterday. I made bean rice I made a bean rice with chicken. So what I did is I saved the skin to that russet potato. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop these up very finely. And I have a bunch of them here, and it's all from one big potato. I'm gonna chop them up very, very pretty into dices. And all this is gonna do is just add a starch to the pot, to the fish. It's just for the water, and that's why I do that, okay? So I'm going to be dicing these up in front of you in a minute. I also have half of a yellow onion. I'm going to dice that up, dices. I have a cup of spring water here. I have a 1/3 of that minced garlic that I use. I have sofrito. We're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of that. Like I said, these ingredients are very simple today. And I also have that, it's the Sweet Baby Ray, sweet and spicy. It's for barbecuing. I only have a 1/4 of this that I'm going to add into my saute because I want my fish today, my salmon fish, to have a color to it. I wanted to get a lot of good of that spicy and sweet in the fish. So that is why I'm using this ingredient, which I have done before. Also, soy sauce, just 2 tablespoons of this soy sauce. That's all you need inside this pot, and it's gonna come out really good. Okay, I also have 2 eggs here, and what I'm gonna be doing, I'm going to be frying eggs. Here's my saute pan, and here I have my favorite pan that I use for breakfast every day. So I'm going to be making 2 dippy eggs on top of that lovely salmon fish. It's going to be to die for. You don't want to miss it. I know you guys see me do a couple fishes with dippy eggs, but this one's a little different. It's more colorful, and it's more has that sweet and spicy flavor, which I love. I'm a spicy girl. I love hot pepper. I love all that good stuff. Okay, so, and also, if you remember, okay, the butter that we use for those rack ribs, okay, I have it here. And as I said, I told you guys before, I will be using this for, dishes that I have in my kitchen. So we are going to be using just a tablespoon, and there it is. It smells so good. I froze it up. I let it sit out a bit so that way it can melt down a little bit before I put it in the saute in the pan. So there you have it. Those are all the ingredients, y'all, that I have today on this Labor Day. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. It's beautiful in the Redding area. We've been getting a lot of off and on rain, maybe a rainbow. So yeah, that's the kind of weather we're having today. Again, My kids are in the living room. They're playing their video games. So at the end of the day, we're all mommies. So if you hear them, they're just having fun before they get back to school, right? Okay, so, and I'm also doing, we're going to start this fish in a minute because this is going to cook really quickly. I printed out some great pictures that I'm doing a little collage in my kitchen, my first little chefing up collage in my kitchen. So I'm so excited. I'm going to do that a little later today. So I have a lot going on in my kitchen today. It's one of those days for me. I always like to keep myself busy. Okay, so let's get to it, y'all. Okay, so, and I will read all those ingredients to you a little bit later, as I always do before, so that way you can just make sure you have everything correctly if you do decide to make this dish. Okay? All right, so you're going to start out on a low heat, a super low heat, because remember, you want to cook with love. Seafood, fish, all that stuff has to be cooked very slowly and on a low heat. You never want to overcook your fish. So I know a lot of y'all know that, but it's always good to keep that in mind as well. So the first thing I'm going to do, make sure this is super low. I am going to go ahead and add that cup of water. Okay. It's a cup of water. And I am going to go ahead and add, because while I chop up the potatoes and the onion, I want to make sure that my stuff is still, you know, starting to sizzle and stuff in that pan. Get all that good flavor, right? And here I have a 1/3 cup of that minced garlic as well. So throw that in there. That sweet and spicy, Ray's sweet and spicy sauce, a 1/4 cup of that. Let that go in there, and sometimes when it stays a little bit in there, I'll get some water and rinse it out as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Always use warm water. You know, you want to keep all your ingredients going real good with the same temperature. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that lovely sofrito. I like to make my own. I haven't made my own in quite some bit because of all, you know, we're moms at the end of the day, but because it does take a while to make. I mean, it's very messy, but it's so worth it when you can freeze a whole bunch of them, and maybe I'll shoot that out to you one of these days of how I do my sofrito. Okay, great idea, right? Okay, so all we're doing is 2 tablespoons of that sofrito, and you want to make them nice and mountainy, okay, on the spoon. You could overdo it just a little tints. It's okay. All right, so we're done with the sofrito. Now all we have to do next is sprinkle that soy sauce. And again, that's only 2 tablespoons for this dish as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit that there. Yeah, so me and my kids just been enjoying, you know, the day at home and just relaxing. We had a long weekend. So, we're just going to enjoy this meal and then enjoy the rest of our day. So little sprinkles, 2 tablespoons, and you're done. And that's for that soy sauce that I used before for the stir fry, if you watch my other videos. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite dishes that I use. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start dicing up. We're going to start with the potato. And then the onion, okay? We'll save the onion for last. Okay, so I hope everybody is enjoying their day. Like I said, it is a beautiful day in the Reading, Pennsylvania area. However, it's a little humid out as well, so just got to make the best of it. Sooner or later, we'll be complaining about cold weather again. That's how it works. The circle of life, right? Okay, so again, you just want to make sure you dice them up really small. When I say really small, I mean small, because again, you're just using this for starch, and you can also eat these little pieces as well, but the starch is what really I'm looking forward to put into the ingredients, and also to marinate with that fish. Okay, so I could have prepped this up last night, but you know, I was busy doing a lot of things for the kids, laundry, all that good stuff. So you know, like I said, I don't mind prepping up with you guys at all. Okay. Okay, so little dices. And then I'll bring up my skillet to you so you can see what it looks like before I put the fish in. Okay, the salmon. And what this is, you can use any potato, but I mean, sometimes I use the Idaho potato because that's one of my favorites. But for this kind of dish, because I'm doing a spicy fish, kind of sort of sweet fish with them ingredients, I want to use that russet potato because russet potatoes are really rough. So that's the kind of potato you want to use for this dish. So like I said, in order to get this dish to come out exactly the way I make it, you have to follow the ingredients, okay? So keep that in mind. Okay. Little dices, so pretty. Can't wait to show you. Perfect. Okay, and again, you want to keep this, as you're doing this, keep that pan, saute that pan in a very low heat. And I mean the lowest you can go without it flaming off, okay? Because that's important, because you don't want to throw that fish in there and it just overcooks right away. You want to give it some love, okay? The secret ingredient, as I said in my last video, you must have that in order for everything to come out right. Okay, just about done. Okay, and if you get like one or two bigger pieces, you know, that's fine. You just want to make sure you have a lot of little dices in there as well. Okay, it's the way of cooking that makes everything taste so delicious. All right, we got 2 more potatoes to go. And like I said, I'll bring these up close to you. See, you know, it's just a potato that I had done the other day for my potato bean rice. So I always preserve, if you watch my videos, you will always see me preserve things like this in Ziploc baggies. Sometimes I just chop them up, fry them for breakfast with some dippy eggs and some sausages or bacon or whichever thing you choose. So I prefer ham for breakfast or turkey bacon. But these are so good to just dice up for a starch as well. So keep that in mind. Just as long as you freeze them, they will last you for a while. Okay, weeks tops. After that, you gotta throw it out. All right, so these are the last pieces. Okay. More to go. I want to be able to shoot this video out so this way my downloading is good and it's in order. I've been doing a lot better with that, so ups to that as well. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Whoop, I got 2 pieces here. It takes a little bit longer to download the videos, and that's fine because it gives me time to like clean my kitchen and check on my kids. And that kind of thing before I do the second step and the third and the final yum, as I say. Okay, so we are done. I just want to take this up to you before we dice those onions, because I also dice the onions. I do not slice them. I dice them. So like I said, you might find some, see all the dices, you might find some pieces. Let me go this way. Maybe this will help a little better. You might find some little long pieces that'll, you know, go in there, and that's okay. But as long as you have a lot that are diced up in this, it'll be great. It's just the purpose of the water, okay? And the sauce for this fish. All right, so that's smelling good already because that has garlic, Sofrito is always so flavorful, as we all, us Latinas and people that cook with Goya ingredients, know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and chop up. You want a half a yellow onion, okay? You wanna make sure that that onion is diced up real pretty. Now, therefore, it doesn't have to be really teeny dices, just the regular dices you would do. Okay, throw that in there. Okay. And this meal is so delicious. Again, I cannot wait to sink my teeth in this. I am a seafood girl. I love all those seafood. I am a seafood lover for sure. In there. Okay, this is like a little funky onion, meaning it has a crazy shape to it, so it's hard for me to dice it. So give me a minute. Okay. All right. Now, after you throw the onion in, you want to spark that baby up. You want to get that heat going into like a medium high. Again, not too high, a medium high, because we're dealing with fish, y'all. Oh, that looks so good, and it smells delicious. Okay, throw that in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that on a medium high. Let me make sure that's, not too high, medium high. And we're gonna put the lid on it. Okay, so next up, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this beautiful salmon inside that saute, inside that, they're gonna swim so beautifully inside that pan, and I cannot wait to show you how the outcome of this dish is gonna be. So, like I said, this one has a lot of coloring because it is a sweet and spicy salmon that I do that is to die for. So I hope you guys try it at home. So I'm gonna shoot this video out, and then the next video I shoot out is gonna be the second part to the fish, and then the plating. As you guys know, I love you so very much. Please continue to watch me. I'm always happy here to show you guys my ingredients, what I do every day. So please hit that support button, like and subscribe, and then I'll be back in a bit, okay? So stay tuned. Thank you.